I've given you a file to import in the resources for this session. So if you just find the Melee Combat Unity package, just click in order to import this. It does already have some existing elements in it, but as you can see they're grayed out, so they're not available. It's only the ones with the new that you're actually going to be importing. So just click import. Okay, that's done. So in graphics, I've given you this blood with background. Okay, so this is what's going to show every time you get hit by an enemy to show that you've taken damage. And under the horror fused characters, animations, we now have combat. Okay, and we're only working on the melee combat at the moment. We're going to work on the gun combat in a later video. So you've got 3 animations. And obviously an axe attack, a bat attack and a knife attack. The animations at the moment, I don't know if you can preview those, I don't think you can, have the character with the legs moving. It looks strange when it's in place, but once it's actually moving in the game world, it should look perfectly fine. Okay, so let's put these animations then into the animator for the character. So ensure that you click on one of the enemy characters in order to bring this up, and this is what we can see. So this is what's working at the moment, going from walking with axe to look around with axe to standard run. Okay, first thing we need to do is to take this element out, because we don't want it to go from standard run back to walking with axe. Okay, so let's just delete that one that's leading from standard run to walking with axe. Okay, I'm just going to move exit out of the way. You don't need to connect that up to anything, it just tells it that there is an exit. So the first character is probably enemy 4 that I'm going to be working on, who's carrying the bat. So I'm going to drag in the enemy bat attack. Okay, and then I need to create a new parameter, which is going to be a boolean, and I'm going to call this bat attack. Bat attacks with an S. Okay, that's a boolean, and in fact we might as well set all of them up at the moment. So another boolean, guess what this one's going to be called? Axe attacks. And then finally a third boolean, and this is obviously knife attacks. Okay, so going from the standard run to the enemy bat attack, we're going to right click, make a transition obviously up to there, and then from enemy bat attack make a transition back to standard run. So we're going to click on the one leading from standard run to the enemy bat attack. We're going to uncheck as exit time. We're going to click on the conditions, and we're going to choose bat attack. If bat attack is true, it will go from standard run to the enemy bat attack. Now to go back, obviously uncheck as exit time. It's going to be if bat attacks is obviously false. Okay, nice and easy. Alright, I'm just going to work on this animation at the moment. Obviously your task soon will be to put the other animations in. So let me just double click on enemy 4. I'm going to get a little bit closer so that we can preview this. Okay, so with enemy 4 selected, let's just open the enemy attack script, and if we come down we can see that this is the section that is controlling when the enemy is attacking you. Okay, so for the first one, if distance to player is less than attack distance, you should actually start attacking. So instead of alert, let's change this name to bat attacks. And remember, it has to be spelled exactly the same as what's in the animator, so I always put capital letters just to help me to remember. Bat attacks is obviously equal to true, so we want to switch that one on. Alright, and then we're going to say else if distance to player is greater than attack distance, then we're going to say anim.setBall alert to true. Now we have to leave that one because obviously it's going from the patrol through to the running. Okay, it's necessary to have that one. But we can also copy this line, Control and C, underneath Control and V to paste, anim set bool, bat attacks becomes false. Okay, oh, it's already written there. It's this bit I need to change. Okay, so we're going to switch that off so he returns back to just a standard sort of running animation. Now, what we can say is that if he is attacking us, at the moment he's going to be running way too fast. So we need to adjust the chase speed, which is now going to equal about 6.5, and it's a float, so put an F on the end. Okay, and when he returns back to sort of the running, we're going to return our chase speed back to the 10.5 that I think we set up here. Now bear in mind, we did change the chase speed for each character, so if I hard code that, that's going to overwrite whatever we've written in there. So what we could do under start, in fact, no, not under start, at the top, I'm going to put in a private just underneath, and I'm going to put new chase speed, and I need to tell it that it's a float actually. New chase speed, and we'll simply have it as 0.0 F to begin with, and then under start we can say new chase speed, there it is, equals chase speed. So that will then equal whatever the chase speed is set in the inspector. So now we can set chase speed to 6.5 there, and then we can say chase speed, let's change new chase speed actually. And we can set new chase speed to equal the original chase speed. So it'll set it back to whatever you set it in the inspector. Now we need to change this one, the nav speed, to new chase speed. Okay, so that it knows that it's using the other one. And I believe that's the only place where it is actually used. So yep, we're good. And that should sort out that issue. Okay, now at the moment the character is going to be rotating too slowly, so that when he's attacking he's not actually, it's going to take him a while before he rotates to your position. So it's going to look really unusual. So what we want to do is actually control the angular speed. Okay, and that is actually just one of the components, one of the elements of the NavMesh agent. So we can call that directly from script. At the moment this one's 25,000. Alright, so let's change that. So under new chase speed equals 6.5, we're going to say, what do we call this? We called it nav dot angular speed. Okay, there it is. Equals, and this is a huge amount now, 650,000,000,000. Okay, so that is a huge amount. He needs to turn very quickly in order to face the character. Now when we're finished and we go back to the run, we can set this back to, so nav angular speed, we can set it back to 25,000. Okay, so it just basically changes between those. And that should be good. Alright, so obviously this is only working with the bat at the moment, but it's enough to be able to test. And that's what I'm going to do in the next video. I'm going to test this out just to make sure that it's working and that it all looks good. So I'm just going to save that. So in the next video I'm just going to do a walkthrough.